want to thank you for taking time to watch this virtual care video. Once again, I look forward to the day when I'm able to see you face to face. You know, if I were able to see you face to face and come around and do my rounds, I would stop by and say hello to you. It could be a long conversation, maybe a short one. Depending on what you're doing, it may just be a hand wave, and I pass by. But one of the questions I would ask you in different ways would be, how are you doing? How are you doing? Maybe no one has asked you that question this week, maybe even this month, this year. I'm asking of it to you right now. How are you doing? You know, when I think about that question, there are three areas that come to my mind. We could add many more to this question, but just three. How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing in your relationships? How are you doing spiritually? Emotionally, relationally, and spiritually. You know, when I think about emotions, I'm thinking about how are you doing processing and controlling your emotions, whether that be at work or at home. I was reading an article, and the article shared 6 normal emotions that people deal with. One is happiness, anger, disgust, sadness, fear, and surprise. Happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. Have you dealt with those emotions today, this week? I know I have. I've dealt with all those emotions. All of them. How are you doing? How are you doing in your relationships, at work, and with family and friends? How are you doing interacting with people? How are you doing dealing with conflict? How are you doing in your relationships? Are there some people that you're trying to stay away from for a good reason? Or are there some people that you need to lean into and build on the relationship that you have? How are you doing with your relationships? And then finally, how are you doing spiritually? You know, all of us worship someone or something. All of us do. And who or what we worship will drive our emotions and how we interact in our relationships at work and with our family and friends. Now, you may not know that I am a Christian chaplain. And so, I'm not influenced by a what, but a who, a person, Jesus Christ. And so it's Jesus Christ that shapes my emotions and my relationships. How are you doing spiritually? Who or what is shaping you? Well, over the next few weeks, I want to dive in a little bit more to this question in these 3 areas. How are you doing? Since I can't meet you right now. And I want to encourage you that if you feel free, send me an email and let me know how you are doing. Maybe at this time, we're still building a relationship, still getting to know me. You may not want to share all the details, but maybe if you just shared, I'm wrestling with my emotions. I'm wrestling in my relationships, or I'm wrestling in my relationship spiritually. That's fine. Let's start there. Okay? Let me end, if you don't mind, just with a verse out of the Bible. It comes with this book of Proverbs, and the verse goes like this. It says, "Watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flows the springs of life." This is Matthew Hodges, providing virtual care to men and women I look forward to seeing. Let me end with this.